Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. La 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 la. Are we live? Oh no! I went live by accident. I started early. La 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 la. Yeah, that's what goes on before the show. That's so stupid. Ads are running. That's good. That's good. That's good. It's Friday evening here in the Philippines. Not quite 6 p.m. Commercials are running. That's good. That means everything is going smoothly. Except I need to find my channel page right here. All right. There I am. How's everybody doing this evening? Are you ready to go on the early bird? The early bird first 3:33 to giveaway. Let's do it. You know what the rules are, right? Does everybody know what the rules are? You put in a number between 1 and 35. I got them right here in this light bulb. The light is on, but nobody is home. So you'll pick a number between 1 and 35. You only get one guess, and you put it in the chat. As soon as I put start in the live chat section here, shows up next to our channel name, you will guess a number between 1 and 35. And then I will draw it out of the light bulb. And if your number comes up, you selected it, then you win the first 3:33 of the evening. This is the early bird draw. Yes, indeed. The early birds have a chance to win. All right. Now I'm going to put start in the chat as soon as you see it come up. Only remember that. A number between 1 and 35, you may start guessing as soon as you see the start command show up in the chat. There everybody is going 1 to 35. I know you guys all pick the same numbers every time. I might have to increase the numbers that are inside the light bulb just to throw you off a little bit. All right. I'm going to enter the stop command in here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop guessing. Ravinder is here. Ravinder, you can also participate. Let's see, Ravinder. I don't want you to seem as though you're out of place here, so I'm going to moderate you. There you go. Ravinder. Hello, hello, hello. All right, Ravinder. So now let's pull a number, part 2. Let's go ahead and grab this number. That makes an annoying sound. You probably don't hear it, right? Okay, let's see. I got it right here. For 333 in GCASH. Of course, you have to have GCASH in order to play. That is the downside of this thing. So, all right. Oh, I have one. Let's see if there's a winner. I have one. I have a bingo number. And it is number 5. Stay alive. That's number 5. Do we have someone in here that chose the number 5? You would be the first winner. Charam, you're killing me. Charam. Oh, all right. Did anybody win? I'm gonna wait a few seconds to see if anybody won. Number 5. No winner, says Anime. No winner. Number 5. Okay. No winner. South Texan Jerry, there's no winner. All right, you ready to go again? Number 5, though, we're taking it out of play, so it's not in this genie bottle any longer. Number 5 is out of play. Hey, that gave a few more people a chance to get in. It's not me. Ivesor channel says no winner. All right, let's go again. A number between 1 and 35, but don't choose 5. 5 is out of play. When you see start appear in the chat next to our name, take your one and only guess. But don't guess number 5 because it's out of play. Let's try it again to see if we can get a winner. Glenda Montero's here. How are you? How are you? Oh, there we go. Mike Married's in the house. Ramil is in the house. Eliam, God repairs. God knows I need a lot of repairing. Anna G, how you be? Chrissy Mama Griselda's here. Rodell, Jean God. And Avserd channel, Anime Reyes and Ravinder. Stop guessing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see what we got. Anything below that, you're out of play. Irene and Irish is here. Yahoo! Who else? John, the YouTube channel. All right, let's see. We have to choose a number now. All your guesses are in. And let's see what we got here. Pulled the number up. And it is. I don't know if this number's ever come up before. Maybe it has. Number 14. 14 is the winning number. God can't repair if broken. There you go, number 14. Do we have a winner? I'm looking on the phone. Let's see. No winner. What? Viana Cañas? No winner. That is so disappointing. So far we have no winner. We pulled out number 5 and number 14. Yeah, you guys are hanging on to your numbers, huh? For dear life, aren't you? All right, let's go again. 30 million people in the house. It's going to be a good evening, I have a feeling. When you see start appear in the chat, please choose one number only. Number 5 and number 14 are out of play. If you guess one of those numbers, we're just going to laugh at you like this. Don't choose number 5. Don't choose number 14. We'll just think that you're in your own world. That's what we'll start thinking about you. All right. When you see start appear, choose a number between 1 and 35, but do not choose 5 or 14. Need I say it again? Let's see what happens. Maybe we'll pull a winner this time. All right, we're starting. South Texan. Jerry guessed number 12. Ravinder is number 5. No. I didn't see that right. I couldn't have, right? Everybody knows number 5 is out of play. All right, here we go. Stop in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's see what we got. Everybody's ready to go. Let's see what we got. I'm shaking them up just to make it fair. Woo. Sorry about that. I hope that didn't blow your eardrums out. Oh, number 16 is the chosen one. Number 16. Let's see if we have a winner with number 16. Number 16. Anybody have number 16? 30 million people in the house. I shall wait a few more seconds to see if we have a winner. No winner. Oh my gosh. It is not going to be one of those evenings, is it? No, is it? Is it? Oh my goodness gracious. No, no, no. All right. So far, 5, 14, and number 16 are out of play. Des is in the house. I'm sure we're going to have a winner this next go around. I'm getting ready to put start in the comment section. When you see it appear next to our channel name, you may start guessing a number between 1 and 35. Gigawing is here, but don't choose 5, 14, or 16. They're out of play. You may start guessing as soon as you see chat appear. I mean, start appear in the chat. That's what I meant to say. Ah. All right, you only get one guess, Ravinder, so you're disqualified, I think. Let's go. 31 million people in the house. One person, one guess, no ninja channels, no nothing. If there are 31 people in here, I should only see 31 guesses. And I'm about ready to enter the stop command in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop guessing. Oh, I ended up with a stop sign. It still means the same thing, right? That's stop. All right, let's get going. The guesses are in. Ravinder, behave yourself. One guess, Ravinder. We want you to win on one guess. Okay, let's see what the number is. What? Number 17. Number 17. Do we have a winner with number 17? Anna May. Manolin, did you win? Ads. Skip them. Skip them. Oh, now I have ads. So now I can't see if anybody won. All right. Who won? John, YouTube channel won with number 17. John, YouTube channel. Number 17 is the winner. All right, so now John, you know to send me in the chat your GCASH number, right? Send it to me in the chat so I have it ready to go. Just send it on one line by itself. So all I have to do is copy and paste into GCASH. Welcome in, everybody. Mom Shidang is here. I appreciate everybody being here. It's time to stuff the pig. You guys know what this is about, right? All right. Right before Christmas. This thing's getting heavy. Gotta tell you. Right before Christmas, you're gonna guess how much money is in the pig. I'm gonna give you all the instructions 2 weeks before Christmas. And if you're one of the lucky ones that guesses, if you come closest to how much money is in this piggy bank, then you will win this for Christmas. The whole thing. Oh, John, send it to my private chat. Send it to my, well, let's see if I could write it down real quick. Now everybody has it. Now they're all going to be spamming you with spam emails or asking you to go out on a date, something like that. Oh my gosh. Let's see if I got it. Oh yeah. I think I do. 6. Yeah. All right. I think I have it. But like I said, Don't be surprised if you get hate mail. It ain't my fault. All right, let's continue on here. The piggy's waiting. All right, so now here we're going to go. We're going to put coin in first. We're going to put coin in first. Let's see. And then I got cash here. I got some solid money bills. Let's see if I can find them here. Wait. I got this right here. Got this right here I'm going to put in. Let me see. Let me roll this in so I hate folding the money up. But this is the old money. It's not the brand new plastic money. Oh, I know. I did that on purpose. It's polymer money. Polymer. All right, here it goes. See? It's going in the piggy. All right, now we've done stuffed the pig. Man, it's getting heavy. I'm telling you, there's going to be more money in there than I think there was last year when we did the giveaway. But you could blame Mike for that because Mike was the one that said, why don't you start a little bit earlier? It is the Burr months, right? It's the Burr months. That means we got to step up our game because before you know it, the Burr months will have passed us by. I'm starting to see Christmas music and everything, Christmas trees and decorations, Perry Shelley going up everywhere. It's amazing. It's amazing. All right. I've got Christmas music in my head. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, okay. So now I want to talk about something else, but what is it? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. So I got a little bit confused about this peso rate. I want to talk about the peso rate that we're getting right now. You know how the dollar is married to the peso, right? The Philippine peso. Do you guys call it peso or peso? What do you call it? What do you call it? Peso or peso? Just kind of curious about that. Oh, okay. Hey. Oh. Thank you. Thank you. Who sent me that? Anime, did you send that to me? Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, so Glinda, let's talk about that a little bit. If I could find so I got confused, and that's because I thought that when you have a weak dollar, you also have a lower exchange rate on the conversion from dollar to peso, right? Peso is a 1 peso coin. Oh, thanks for clearing that up for us, Pinky. Thank you very much. So I get confused because I thought, oh, if you have a weak dollar, you have a lower exchange rate. If you have a stronger dollar, then you have a higher exchange rate. So I had to ask the question online to see where we go with this, right? Continue conversation. So let's go talk about it for a moment. So the question was, when the dollar is weak, but the Philippine peso exchange rate is strong, I need some help understanding why that is. And it says, good question. It sounds contradictory at first, but it makes sense once we unpack what weak dollar and strong peso exchange rate mean. Here's the breakdown. When the dollar is weak, is usually said in global terms. When analysts say the US dollar is weak, they typically mean it has fallen in value compared to a basket of other major currencies like the euro, the yen, the pound, the Swiss franc, etc., often measured by the US dollar index, DXY. This can happen if the US Federal Reserve cuts interest rates, inflation in the US is high, or global investors shift money into other currencies. The peso strength is relative to the dollar if the Philippine peso is strong versus the US dollar, that means fewer pesos are needed to buy $1. For example, peso 55 per $1 instead of pesos 58. The strength may not mean the peso is globally strong. It just means the peso is appreciating against the dollar specifically. But why is that? And there's a really good reason. And when I read it, it makes perfectly good sense. God repairs, right? Exactly. God repair, you hit it right. You hit it right on the money, so to speak. Good job. Remittance from overseas Filipinos, September to December, the Burr months, usually sees a large inflow for the holiday season, which strengthens the peso as families exchange dollars for peso. So we have a weak dollar right now, but you cannot tell because the exchange rate is very favorable. Right now, it's very favorable because the overseas Filipino workers, the OFWs, are buying dollars like crazy. They're buying peso like crazy, and they're sending them overseas. They're sending them to their families for Christmas. Another reason that would be God repairs the number one reason. You're absolutely correct. But now there's another one: business process outsourcing, BPO revenues. The Philippines earns a lot in dollars from call centers and outsourcing. A strong flow of dollars into the country boosts the peso. And Banco Central Filipinas also keeps the interest rates higher than the US Fed. Investors may prefer peso-dominated assets supporting the peso. Lastly, trade balance movements. If imports are slowing, there's less demand for dollars, or export remittance are rising, more dollars coming in, and then the peso appreciates in value. The dollar can be weak globally, which is happening right now, compared to the euro, Japan, etc., but still stronger or weaker against the peso, depending on local Philippine economic forces. So what we're seeing is, and this is the global view, the dollar index or DXY is falling and the dollar is weak, but the Philippine has strong inflows based on what I just said, and the banking policy is appreciating against the dollar. So that's the reason why it's a good day. It's a good day, Maris, for Dan, right? It's a good day because you go and exchange money, and you want to get the highest value that you possibly can. So because the money goes a lot further, especially when you're building another house like Minnie and I are. So that's actually a nice segue into the next subject, which is going to be how the house build is going. Now, Mike, are you there? You're going to love this. The hollow block thing didn't work out exactly as we planned, and I'll explain why. It is because we couldn't find a mold that wasn't tweaked. So we found a mold that was very expensive, a molder they call it here in the Philippines. And we paid the price that Des said we probably would end up paying, which is 4,500 pesos, which is really expensive. We brought it home, we cleaned it up, we sanded it down, we finished it, we oiled it, and we started mixing and then started cranking out hollow blocks. And they were ugly looking hollow blocks. And why were they ugly looking? Because they were sticking inside the mold. And so we tried like maybe for about an hour. Yeah. Wrong price, Sir Dan. We started cranking them out, right? And they were coming out all distorted and odd looking and things like that. So anyway, I knew right away, oh, this is going to work. So afterwards, we started examining the mold and we saw that it was tweaked. There was no way to correct it. And so I got a little bit upset because I knew I mean, we need hollow block by Wednesday next week. So it's no big deal really, because, you know, I could go buy them. I could go buy them from the hollow block vendor. But here's what happened, right? We go back to the hardware store and we say, this thing is tweaked. We cannot use it. It's not going to produce any hollow blocks because it's junk. And we had to show him where it was defective. And so he was able to see it right away, and he refunded the money right away. So he didn't even question it. He saw that it was tweaked. He apologized, and then he just gave us the 4,500 pesos back. Now we're stuck, right? Because now we got to go find a vendor who can crank out some hollow block. We probably need about 1,500, and we need probably about 200 to 400 to get started, because by Wednesday we should be ready to go. Thursday for sure, because they almost have all the tie beams in, and they're going to pour all of them within the next couple of days, right? My guess is they'll probably start pouring tomorrow. They'll probably start pouring. Now I'm thinking they're finishing up the tie beams tomorrow, putting the forms tomorrow, and then on Monday they will pour all at the same time, right? Monday they'll give it 1 day to cure, which will be Tuesday, and probably we could start building on Wednesday or quite possibly Thursday. So here's what happened. So Jell has friends, right? He hears about an engineer that he plays, what's that called, pickleball with. And he says, I'm hearing this engineer builds his own hollow block. And so I said, well, let's go talk to him. It'd be cool if he could crank out some for us, high grade hollow blocks. Very strong, strong load capacity, right? So we headed over to his place, which wasn't too far, maybe a 10-minute drive from the house. And he is building not a hollow block. He is building cast. They're like hollow blocks, but they're finished like a sandwich. So you have like a sandwich, right? It's a sandwich. So he's building 1 meter sandwiches that are tied together with wires, so they keep their shape and their space. And then all you do is you plant them and fill them up with concrete. You don't have to finish them because they already have a finished surface. All you have to do is fill them in with the chewy, Oreo cookie center, if you will. Just put concrete in there. Beautiful thing about this is you don't have to use the expensive rock or anything like that to mix your concrete mix. You just use whatever you have available. You use the river rock, and you could mix that in the concrete to get your mix. You don't need to use the washed sand. You could use the regular sand that has a little bit of dirt in there. I wouldn't advise it though. I'm gonna use a clean concrete mix. The stronger the better as far as I'm concerned, right? So anyway, so now all we have to do, I'm going to do a video on this. I'll send pictures later on. But basically, it's just like a sandwich. It's a precast that does not have to be finished on either side. That means when you're running your plumbing, your electrical, and your utilities, anything else, your what do they call it, internet line and all that, T1 connection can go into conduit before you pour. So all that's taken care of before you pour. So it's like Lego blocks. You're just stacking them up, and then you're pouring the concrete in there continuously, which means, quite frankly, that if this works out well, that means we'll be able to build this pretty fast, put the walls up pretty fast by using this system. I love this system. I could not believe that somebody here in Bye-Bye City Lake here in the province was doing it. Now, there have been so far, I think, 2 or 3 structures that have been built this way in Bye-Bye City. And we visited one of them, which is his house. And it was beautiful. The walls were smooth as a baby's ass. One time, Dan, we need to discuss the control of Philippines by the U.S. government for over 100 years to keep it classified as a third. Well, it's not really a third world country, more than it is an emerging nation. Yeah. So otherwise, I doubt if I could live in a third world country, but I can live in an emerging nation. That's quite a difference. So mainly because I don't want for anything, it's very Western. It's a very Western style of living that we have here. So anyway, yeah, but we could talk about it. But now, so basically we could build this thing fast, but we went and saw his house. You don't have to do any finishing on the inside and the outside because both the sandwiches of that mold are already finished. They're 1-to-5 mix, so they're just smooth as a baby's ass. And you have to finish them. You have to, make the seams disappear by using tile cement, or whatever you have. Not mortar, but you would use a finishing compound. And then you have a little bit of sanding, and you have a nice smooth wall. And the reason why he came up with this system, this engineer, is because he was having too many projects that he'd have to go back and redo. He'd have too many where he'd have to go back and he'd have to fix the cracks in the wall as it started developing as the house settled. And also because the hollow block, it wasn't the quality that he was expecting. And so as the house settled, they would crack and he would have to go fix them, right? Because that's part of his deal. So he said it was costing him a fortune in his profits, right? In order to fix those cracks. He's running all over the place and fixing the cracks in every house he built. So he came up with this system that doesn't crack, right? Because the exterior walls don't, because there's nothing to crack, you see, because they're forms that are already poured. You'll see when I do the video. Yeah, we took video of the walls. They were so beautiful. You'll see this thing is nice. So this is going to be the alternate way of building this house. And sometimes things just come to me, just because, it's because I expect them. I expect answers to come. I would have used hollow block. I still would if something went sideways. He says he could produce 120 per week. 120, I guess they're 1 meter units, linear, 1 meter by the same size as a little bit larger than a hollow block. He can produce 120 per week. And I think I figured out we needed something like 400 or 375, 10% of for waste. We probably need 400. And we would have used, I think, 1,500 number 6 hollow block. So are they expensive? Yes. You know that? When we broke it down, we probably would have spent about 80,000 pesos on the hollow block that we needed. But I think we're going to end up spending double on these forms. But I want the forms. I fell in love with them. On top of, we'll be spending more money on cement. And we'll be spending more money on, what's it called? Rebar. But I'm okay with it because I know what's going on here. One of the strongest structures known to man and to woman will be in here. Diosa, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Good to see you. Diosa, Mariana is in the house. Hello, hello, hello. So I'm happy if it works out. So he's supposed to deliver the first 120 on Wednesday. And while we were there was some already produced that weren't spoken for. And so I said, that'll start you on the batch. I'll get you a little head for the first batch of 120. So today, Ravinder's having a premiere at 5 p.m. What time is it right now? 6:30 Philippine time. Nanang Sexy's here. Nitban isn't out. What? Nitban, you're in Thailand? I vow to never go there again. Niban, you know what's happening in Thailand with the banking? I talked about it a little bit. The expats are talking about getting their bank accounts frozen and things like that. It's terrible. So why this is happening is because, let's see, so they're all joined together, Dan, like a prefab wall. Exactly. You got it, Mike. They're all like a prefab. You just stack them and pour them, and it's just like it's just like a prefab wall. Yeah, it's beautiful. So I'm really liking it. This thing's going to be great. So Nitban, the banking crisis. Now, Nitban, I don't know what's going on with Thai banking, but I talked a bit about it. I'm not sure the folks that are here want to be bored by me talking about the banking, but I will tell you something, right? If it's happening in Thailand, what are the chances that it could happen also in the Philippines? In the Philippines. So if you want to know what's going on with Thailand banking, you guys should look that up and find out that Thais and expats alike are getting their bank accounts frozen. Because of fraud. Yeah. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous because they don't they don't lose. The banks haven't lost much money due to fraudulent activity. But I smell the International Monetary Fund in the banking system in Thailand. I'm sniffing it out. All these things are just wild. And I tell you why I suspect that things will make their way to the Philippines sometime soon. And that is because this happens, right? I want to tell you something that happened regarding banking. I'm going to share this with you if it gives you any ideas. Niban or Mike or anyone else who's listening. So here's what happens. What ends up happening is we had 2 Swift bank transfers last month. And they held each one of those up for a few hours each to be verified. Now we're talking Swift, we're talking bank to bank money transfers. Oh yeah, they're way faster. Negros Oriental, that's beautiful. You saw new housing on Negros Oriental. The whole house is panels built and put up very fast. That's the way this should go. And so my concern is, will the guy be able to keep up with with our guys installing? Will the guy producing them be able to keep up? And probably not. So we'll be getting the electrician going and other people going to try and mitigate whatever gaps there might be, right? But anyway, he has a whole bunch of the panels cured but not yet assembled. So I imagine he has the first 120. He'll have the first 120 ready to go. He has a team of 3 or 4 people cranking them out. So back to the banking. So here's what happens. They freeze them, the transfers, first time it ever happened, for a couple of hours each for verification purposes, right? Cash is my safety net, Mike. Cash is my safety net. What about yours? The safety net is the direct express card from Social Security. So we don't put all our eggs in one basket. So one local pension goes into the Bank of the United States, and then my retirement pension from the federal government, Social Security, goes on a prepaid credit card. And that's been working out beautifully. But anyway, here's what happens. They freeze them. Then within 2 hours, no, I think the first time it was like 6 or 8 hours frozen, right? My kid goes over to the bank and he says, why aren't you letting that wire transfer through? Oh, it's for verification purposes only. So then we wait 5 days and we send the next batch of money over to the bank. Again, they held it up, but only 2 hours this time. So here's what happens. So we go into the local Philippine bank to grab the money. Mike, what's your guess on what happened? Excuse me, but you have to meet with the account representative who needs to run some verifications. And so, so we have to sit down with the account representative and they have to take biometrics, re-verify cell phone numbers, wink, wink. Are you getting where this is going? Knitban, Mike? The thing that's going in Thailand is they're tying everybody's bank account to their phone. My mom, Knitban says my mom, a old age policy of gathering gold is winning, and she doesn't have an MBA. That's right. That's right. Well, it's part of the culture also, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a cultural thing, you know. I don't, you know, I don't know if I would warn everybody to go out and get silver and gold right now. I don't know how much it would good it would do in the Philippines. Who has enough cash, disposable income via Cañas to go run down to the pawn shop and start buying silver and gold? But I'll have to admit, I did go down there and take a look to see what they had hanging around. I mean, the thing does make me a little bit nervous because I know that this transition is going to be a very, very uncomfortable one. And I wasn't expecting it to happen so quickly. So anyway, I could go into a whole bunch of other details, but then that would be it. That would just be details that nobody would be interested in. So I'm just letting you guys know what's coming to a country near you. Of course, they downplay it on ChatGPT. Banks in Thailand have recently been freezing or suspending accounts for a few interrelated reasons, mostly tied to fraud prevention, regulation, and newer laws. Some of the actions have unintentionally affected people who are not doing anything illegal. But the problem with this is people will just get sick of it and they will take their money out and it will cause a liquidity crisis. Right now, there is no liquidity crisis in Thailand, but there is starting to become a very high default rate on outstanding private and commercial loans. So watch out, watch out. They're getting a lot of pressure due to, of course, new American tariffs is probably a number one reason, which is causing inflation, which is making everybody, it's making things uncomfortable for people in Thailand and also the Philippines. I don't deal with Philippine banks. I send Western Union and remittance. But the whole thing is that what I see coming, right, is that especially with the new Genius Act that was just recently signed into law by President Trump, in which they back stablecoin with the US dollar and pretty much locks in everybody to continue using the US dollar for trading. Read about it in the news. Read about it in the news. Folks, don't go into debt. Whenever I go in to, I was in Metro today, you know, and all those signs that are up that say, buy today, take it home today, pay for it tomorrow. That's how you give them power over you, over your life. I think that a lot of people don't realize, just like I didn't realize, that you're stealing from yourself when you go into debt to buy stupid stuff. What is stupid stuff? Big screen TV set, a sofa, a bed. You know, what's wrong with sleeping on a foam mattress on the floor? I've done it. I'm asking you, what's wrong with that? Why do you have to go in there and buy a bedroom set and pay for it and then double pay for it because you've asked for credit? They're happy to give you credit because they want to, the power elite, the globalists want to enslave you. They're happy to give you credit. Do not do it. I'm telling you, do not do it. Minnie and I were debt free and we're proud of it. We don't owe anyone a dime. Knitband says my parents are celebrating 50 years of their marriage. Oh, I thought you said mortgage. I was going to be shocked. Their marriage this year, and they never sold any gold. It will be passed on to the next generation. Beautiful, beautiful. Are difficult times coming? Oh, yes, I believe so. I believe there's going to be a housing crash soon in the United States. It'll be the second half of 2026. And when that happens, I'm swooping down in there into Nevada, Las Vegas, and I'm going to buy up. Any house I can get my hands on, I will be buying. And it most likely will be from one of your Filipino brothers or sisters who's currently living in Las Vegas and have recently been laid off. And I'm so sorry that they're going to have to go through this. I am so sorry. But me and Minnie, we're stockpiling cash because we think it's going to happen. We think by the second half of 2026, the crash is going to already be here. So if you're still in Las Vegas in 2026, we'll see you there, because that's the only thing, I think, a housing crash that'll get me to go back and buy real estate again in the United States. It wouldn't be a bad plan at all to spend 6 months there, 6 months here, travel around Southeast Asia, right? So it's not really a bad plan at all. And so also the economy, inflation is going to go crazy. Inflation will go crazy in the United States. It's already starting to happen. I think the stock market even lost a few points today, down 120 or 130. That's why I don't have any money in equities. I just want to make sure I don't play the game. The way that I view life, and maybe you should also, is that money is mostly an illusion, and that's why it works so well here in the Philippines, is because you guys, part of the historical customs of the Philippines is to spend the money when you receive it. Don't plan so much for the future. And I think it works out just fine that way. So you keep on doing that, but don't be tempted to go get that 115-inch big screen TV set anytime soon, unless you have 50,000 pesos or whatever it costs. No, it's I think I checked on the price today. It's close to 100,000 pesos in your pocket, ready to go to be spent. I'm begging you, do not buy it on time. I'm begging you. You will be robbing food off your family's table if you do that. Don't do it. Don't do it for anything. I don't understand what's wrong with taking a trike, a bike, a taxi, a hobble, a jeepney, or walking, to work every day. I see no problem with that. I did it for years. I used to walk 20 miles to school in the snow. That's why I turned out to be so cranky. All right. Oh, it's time to go. Okay. Let's go. It's time to do another contest here. It's time to draw. That's what you're all waiting for. Okay. I apologize. There's disturbing things going on in the world, right? Jimmy Kimmel, Mike, he deserved everything he got. I spit on his grave. He deserved everything he got. But hey, on the flip side of that coin, right, Mike? Did you guys happen to see the news conference that from England? Take a look at Trump while the prime minister is speaking, right? Take a look at his face, right? You know what I'm thinking when I'm watching that? He's been given his orders. He's been given his orders, and he damn well better follow them. The king has spoken. I'm telling you. You can think whatever you want, and I will think whatever I want. Yes, that's right, Nipan. The cold and dark LA winters. Although weather isn't exactly the same as it was when I was a kid. I don't want to get into the whole global change thing, but weather change. But it supposed to be raining all over the place right now? Isn't it rainy season? And we're dying here in Bye Bye City Leyte. It's so hot and muggy and sunny and humid, and I don't know what to make of it. But there's not a drop of rain. If it comes, it only comes for 15 minutes in the middle of the night. I hear Luzon keeps getting bombarded and flooded, and it's terrible. All right, the numbers that have been chosen so far are 5, 14, 16, and 17 was the winning number for John at the YouTube channel. Folks, I'm going to give you a minute to go grab a pen because these numbers are taken out of play. 5, 14, 16, and 17 are no longer in the flask, in Dan's flask. They're gone, right? They're gone. So on this next one, this next draw, you're going to guess the number between 1 and 35. Trump invested 10 billion in Intel, and Intel stock increased by 30% yesterday. He made 3 billion. Oh, that sounds like insider trading to me. Oh, that's because AI is hot. But Nimban, do you want to make some money? I have a tip for you, right? I have a tip. Amazon Web Services. Amazon Web Services. And I'll tell you why, right? Because I know people who work in governmental services in 2 different jurisdictions, one in Northern California, one in Southern California. He sent me messages right about the same time that said that they're anticipating huge layoffs of personnel in governmental services in LA County and Sacramento in the second half of 2026. And one of the reasons is that AI through Amazon Global Web Services or Government Web Services is taking over governmental responsibilities, a big chunk of it, AI. So go check that out. And this is probably one of the reasons why Trump invested 10 billion in Intel and Intel stocks is because, because everybody's jumping on the AI bandwagon. And plus, it could be the signing of the Genius plan. And so there probably is a conflict of interest in there somewhere. Well, I don't think we're going to be involved in the European conflict. I got to be honest with you, Jerry. I just don't think so. Yeah. If they are, they'll be coming in sideways. There's a lot of weird stuff going on in the USA. And so I would say that this is, to trying to predict something like that, will they or will they not be involved in something is a difficult thing to do, right? I think initially they won't be, but we'll be pulled in. See, we'll be pulled in. Maybe that's what the whole England summit thing was all about. It could be that's the reason why he's over there. It could long live the king, by the way. I'm talking about Thailand and the King of England, by the way. Long live the king. All right. I don't want to get banned like Michael Savage from England. That's for sure. I certainly wouldn't want to be banned. Nor would I want to be banned from Thailand, even though I don't have any plans of going there ever again. All right. So you're going to choose the number between 1 and 35 when you see start appear in the chat next to our channel name. But do not choose 5, 14, 16, or 17. They are out of play. If you choose one of those numbers, we're just going to laugh at you. You only get one guess. This is for the second prize of the evening. When you see start appear in the chat, you may start guessing. Don't guess 5, 14, 16, or 17. One person, one guess. That's it. 40 people in the house, 40 guesses only, I should see. All right, looks like everybody has guessed. I'm entering stop command in the chat in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me see. What? Oh, Madeline, she chose 35. Knit band at 33. All right, let's see what happens. I'm lit up. I'm lit up today. All right, I have a number. Let's see, number 12. Number 1, 2 for 333 pesos. Number 12. Do we have a winner? Number 12. I shall wait a second or two to see if we have a winner. Who won? Nanang Sexy? Nanang Sexy. Whoa, it's been a while since you won, Nanang. Nanang Sexy. Please send me your GCASH number in my chat. You know the rules. You won. You're the winner with number 12. But send me on one line all by itself your GCASH number. So all I have to do is copy and paste. It's been a while. Yeah, a few months. All right, Lorraine and others, thank you so much, Mengay. Staying in touch, and all the rest of you for sharing me out. I appreciate it. All right, 43 million people in the house, and we're going for the last one. We're 56 minutes and 42 seconds into this live stream. I know I said a lot today. It's hard to keep up with Dan on certain days of the week. Friday nights in particular. We'll probably be heading out soon. Are you doing anything tonight, Knit Band? You heading out? You heading out to the club? Where are you? Are you in the province? Udantani? Where are you at? You're not in Pattaya, are you? Or Jomtien? Oh, anyway, let's go. When start appears in the chat, guess the number between 1 and 35. Do not guess these numbers. 5, 14, 16, 17, and number 12 are out of play. So if you guess one of those numbers, we're going to laugh at you, but it's on you. You cannot win. Don't choose 5, 14, 16, 17, and 12. Pink, are you still here? Pinky Gray in the house. All right, here we go. When you see start appear, you may guess that number between 1 and 35, but not one of the numbers I have already mentioned 100 times or more. Let's see if we're going to get a winner. Oh, you're headed for Bangkok, huh? Oh, you're going to go to the bridge on the River Kwai. I am so jealous. I am very jealous. Are you going to whistle? Are you going to whistle? Are you going to whistle the music on the bridge? Pink, how are you, Pink? Okay. I'm going to enter the stop command in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop guessing. All right, let's see if we got a winner. Let's see if we've got a winner. Ooh. Oh, I bet you we do. Number 26. Number 26. Number 26. Knit Band, if you're going that far north, don't get kidnapped, okay? I don't want to have to come looking for you. I don't want to have to come rescue you. All right, Knit Band, you be safe. Not sorry. Number 26 is the number. That's good, Pink. Lainey. Lainey won. Lainey. Congratulations. Lainey, have you ever won? Have you ever won? I can't remember. Wow, that's 333 for you with the winning number 26. Lainey, do me a favor. Send me your first time. That's what I thought. Congratulations. Knitband, really, don't make me come find you. All right. You know what's going on up there. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. Let me see if Minnie is around. Minnie, are you here? And Lainey, do you know my, yeah, you could find me on the chat. Send me your GCASH number in my chat messenger so I could send you this money. Send that number on a separate line all by itself. So all I have to do is copy and paste. Come on in. Come on in. Minnie is here. Say hi and bye. Knitband is here. Mike Married is here.
How are you guys?
Nanang Sexy is a winner. Lainey, John YouTube channel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. There she is. Thanks so much. Thanks so much, everybody. We're going to post a video this weekend, I'm sure, showing you the update of the house. You guys, I'll take care. There's Pink. Pink is here. Lorraine Pajadas. Anime Reyes.
Hi, Anime. I miss you guys.
All right. See everybody. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Oh,